Hi, Jen here with Coldwell Banker, the Ron Brown Company. I want to talk to sellers today a little bit about the stresses related to selling your home. Even though you've decided to put the house on the market, that doesn't mean that you've necessarily been ready to let go. And so you might experience some hesitation and some second thoughts about putting the house on the market, and probably some anxiety about, is it priced right? Did we go too high? Are we too low? And that's probably not going to be helped a lot, especially if right away you get an offer, which is a great position to be in, but it almost always triggers thoughts of maybe you priced it too low. Likewise, if you have 100 showings without a single offer, that might trigger some anxiety, and honestly, rightfully so, that you've priced it too high. So during this process, just make sure that you're having an open and honest communication with your realtor, and use the market comps and be real honest with yourself about those comps and where they are. The other part about the showing process are, you've got buyers that are coming in and out of the house, and you've got no control over whether or not they like the house. You can put your best foot forward as far as the curb appeal and cleanliness, but you can't really control whether a buyer likes your house or not. So try not to take it personally if the first few showings you're not getting some good feedback. Buyers like what they like, and there's the right one out there for you. You just need to find it. Once the offers start coming in, don't be surprised if you feel anxious about the levels that they're coming in. A lot of times we're seeing low balls. That doesn't necessarily mean that that buyer is a horrible person. It just means that they've got a negotiating style that's trying to get you to come in a little bit lower. You don't have to accept that offer. You don't have to accept repair requests. You don't have to accept anything. You do need to be realistic and reasonable about responding to these things. So again, anytime that you're feeling stressed or anxious, take a break, sleep on it, go to a movie, go out to dinner, go fishing. Just separate yourself a little bit if you're feeling like you're just totally stressed out about it. Don't hesitate to talk to your realtor. We go through this all of the time with folks, and we'll be happy to work you through it and try to give you the pros and cons of different ways of responding. Once you have a contract in escrow, then the stress is about the inspections and the appraisers, and the lenders usually come into play. Again, don't be surprised if you've got some disagreements about whether that inspector has found a valid repair. Don't hesitate to bring in contractors that you trust to give you an honest opinion, and just deal with things right up front, because that's the best way to deal with it without getting stressed. Be prepared, especially during the last part of the process. Appraisers and lenders can be pretty difficult to deal with, and a buyer could be doing everything right, and you might still experience a delay in your close date. We see it a lot. Unfortunately, it's more common than not to have a date extend. So have a plan B, a plan C. If you're not going to make your original close date, you've got to be ready to deal with that. And that can be very stressful, especially if you have a contract on your next house wherever you're going. So just be ready to deal with that. It's no fun, but it is part of our lives these days. So just be ready for that. Again, if you find yourself getting really stressed, just take a break. Talk to your realtor, talk to friends, but just be ready to deal with delays and challenges as you're going through this process. And then you're going to be on to your next journey, and wherever that's going to take you. So things happen for a reason, and the best way is to just deal with things honestly and upfront, and don't hesitate to talk to your realtor about any concerns you've got. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to call me, 361-332-1230.